Right, we're gonna check all our settings here, audio, video, that type of thing. Alright, let's check this here. We're gonna turn on our settings here. 44. And streaming, we are. So, my friends, how the hell is everybody? Hope everybody is safe and well. Thank you, my friends, for tuning in. Yeah, my friends, we're going to take a look at an updated version of the Hispano modding Lizard / Midwest Durus 60-foot header. So in my previous video, my friends, I kind of went into detail about, you know, what myself and my games team were doing with this mod, you know, how we're changing it, what we're adding to it, that type of thing. So my games team has made a little bit more progress on the mod, and yeah, we're going to show off the new kind of updated version of the mod here today. So I guess the first thing we're going to do, we're going to call up the log and see if there's any errors. Now there may be errors, but we'll just see. So let's take a look. No errors. That's always a positive, my friends. When you see no errors in the log, very nice, good stuff. Get rid of that. So yeah, I'm going to take you through the mod here, so we can show you what exactly is going on. So there's two pieces to this mod. I mean, there's the trailer and there is the header. We are currently focusing on the header part of the mod at the moment. Eventually, we'll get to work on the trailer here, but for right now, we're kind of focusing on the header part of it. So, so let me kind of take you through this thing and what we've done and stuff. So basically, Hispano modding, right? We'll go through it again. So Hispano modding released this mod on the official mod hub, right? And he called it the Lizard. The Lizard Durus header. So basically, what myself and my games team have done, we've kind of taken the header, and we've kind of changed it, and we've added a lot of new features to the mod. So essentially, what we have here is we have new labels on the mod here. So basically, the brands. So basically, we have Midwest, which is the original brand, you know, Midwest Fabrications, Australian company, and then we have Fent, and then we have Class. Okay. Now, Mr. Rabbitman, how are you, sir? How are things? Thank you for tuning in, my friends. Appreciate that. Yeah, the colors on console. Unfortunately, Rabbitman, this particular mod here is only going to be for PC, because the poly count is going to be higher than what Giants will allow. You know, Giants only allow 250k or 250,000 polys, and we're by the time we're finished with the mod here, it's going to be higher than that, because we're redoing the mod basically. You know, we are trying to make it much more accurate to the real world Midwest Durus header. So we'll be adding a lot of things to the i3D in Blender and that type of thing. We've already started that process. So one of the things here with the brand configuration, as you said, we have three brands at the moment. We have Midwest, we have Fent, and Class. So we will be adding John Deere, Massey Ferguson, New Holland, and Case IH. Right, so that should cover all the harvesters. So what will happen is, you know, when you select the brand, you'll be able to, you know, the decals will change and that type of thing. You know what I mean? As you can see there, look, when you select Midwest, it has the Midwest Durus decal. Then it goes to Fent. Then it goes to Class. Right. So that kind of pattern will continue with the John Deere and whatever. So this is kind of the same as what Hispano modding did, with or without guides. Kind of adds this little thingy here. The couple of configurations. So at the moment we only have two versions in. So we have a Class and Fent. So we've made well, my games has made a huge amount of modifications to this, the header, for this. So basically, I'm going to show you the two headers. I'm going to get both of them so you can kind of see. So we've added a lot of new features to the kind of the coupler connection. So when the header connects to the harvester, one of the things that we've implemented is now there's a PTO, right? So a PTO will appear like in the real world, and dynamic hoses. So basically, you know, the electrical hoses, the communications, that type of thing. You know, the hydraulics, the pneumatics, the electrics, the air, all that type of thing that the header uses. Basically, the cables, the cables from the header to the harvester are now functioning and are in place. So at the moment, there's only two coupler configurations. So we have class and Fent. Eventually, we will add coupler configurations for all the big harvesters, not the. You know, we're going to do the Case IH, you know, the Axial Flow 9250, the big harvester, the big New Holland CR1090, the big John Deere X9 1100, the John Deere S790, you know, all the big harvesters, because, you know, with a header this large and the weight of it, you know, it's not going to work with, you know, small harvesters or even medium-sized harvesters. So you kind of need the biggest harvesters possible to kind of work with this kind of piece of equipment. So color options, we have main colors. Now I've added some more colors here just to kind of, you know, once we start adding in, look, I've added John Deere, look, John Deere 2, Massey Ferguson. So these are the kind of the official in-game Massey Ferguson colors. You know what I mean? Fent 2. And then we have a New Holland color, and then we have another Massey color. So basically all the kind of the colors you would expect. So there's one of them there. So go to the design color. So what we're trying to do here is get the colors to match the real world headers, you know, or the, you know, the in-game headers. So we can do that. So see that there, that changes that, okay? Design color. So this is another option at the back here. I can show you this. So this is a new color option we've added. So you have these pneumatic pieces at the back here. There, you can see them yellow, look, and I can change to black. See that there, look? All right. So for the purposes of the mod, I'm going to put it to stock here at the moment. Then we have the rim colors. So we have the class color, okay? So that's kind of it there, all right? So now I've already rented this. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to change it to Fent, okay? So we're going to change it to Fent. That's Fent. So we're going to change the colors again to Fent. So basically, you kind of, you know, you follow the color guides here. You know, it tells you exactly what you have to do to get the color correctly. You know what I mean? And then the rim color then will be Fent. So there's your kind of your Fent version of the header. The coupler configuration is on it. We get that. Right. So here's the mod. Right. So this is the obviously this would be the class version of it. You know what I mean? So you can see here we have the labels on it. So it says class 1830 class conv 1830, which is, you know, it is an 18.3 meter header. Okay. I've changed some of the material types on this thing as well. Let me go over here. Show you this piece here. So see this circular piece down here where my little circle is? So that's been changed. The material type of that has been changed to a metallic color because I think it looks a lot better. So what we're going to do is, so these are the new pieces in here, okay? So as you can see there, my friends, this is all brand new. My games team has added this to the header here. So this is a PTO, right? So this piece will appear. I can actually show you that. So what happens? Look, watch when I detach, it disappears. Look, okay, and then when I attach it, then it appears. So that's the PTO. So if I detach again, you can actually see that the connection point to the PTO is already out there. Look, So here's the connection point that's already there. So this is a base game mod. This is not modified or anything. It's just a part of the base game, you know, the Lexion 8900. So this was already there, but, you know, Giants just didn't implement, you know, the PTO thing. And even here, look, see, these are the dynamic hoses. See this, look? So here's your hoses. But once again, Giants simply didn't implement that into the mod. So now when you hook up, so my games team has added these. So now we have the PTO section hooking up, right? So that'll drive your header. And up here then we have the dynamic hoses connected to the harvester. You can actually see that there, look. So the connection point for the dynamic hoses is here. See the point here, look? So it'll actually hook up here. So that, my friends, is, you know, how that will work. You can actually see it here, look. So that's your connection points here for all the various cables and that type of thing, look. Very nice. And it functions as one would expect. You know, it's an 18.3 meter header. So the next kind of color option, see this white part here? We're going to be adding another color option to this section here, because in the real world, well, you know, for example, if you were to buy a John Deere version of the Midwest Durus header, this white part here would be John Deere yellow. So, you know, and the Massey Ferguson would be red and that type of thing. So we're going to have to, we'll be adding another color option to the harvester, but it's just not in yet. Now look at what he's done here with the header here. Look at all of the new things. So he had to he added all this stuff in Blender. Look, see all these pieces here. Look, all that was all brand new added. This part was added. Look, all that is all brand new. He's added all this section here as well. That was all added in Blender. Look, so here's your PTO section here. Look, so he had to add all of this. Now, I'm not entirely sure where he got that from. I believe he got it from the in-game header. I'd have to check though. Let's see where he actually got it from. Let's check the back. Yeah, he did, look. Yeah, let me rent that and I'll show you. Where is it? Yeah, look, so he took the parts from this, look, see? These parts here, look. And he's obviously modified it a little bit. See, look, all these parts here. So, you know, he's kind of changed that up. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's kind of what he did with the Fent version here. He added all these new parts. You know, he took it off one mod and put it onto the other. You know what I mean? That way, when you hook up the in-game harvester, so all these headers, you know, the Midwest Durus header is being designed for the in-game harvesters, right? That's where we're kind of working it. We wanted to work with all the in-game equipment, the big harvesters. So I can give you a look at this and see what it looks like when it hooks up with this. So that's why the coupler connection is in there, because it's important that, you know, you have to modify this header here for each individual harvester, you know, for it to hook up properly. So as you can see here, look, it's all hooked up here, look. So, and even the dynamic hoses are connected as well, look. Here's the hoses here. So I'd be interested to see what the two Giants mods, how they work together. I wonder if, so I haven't tried this yet. Let's see if Giants have actually done this for the in-game stuff. So yeah, you can see it there, look. So they've essentially done the same thing, look. So look, here's the PTO shaft, look. Along here, connected to the harvester. The dynamic hoses are in, you know. So as I said, you know, it's essentially, you know, my games team has modified the you know, the Midwest Durus header to you know, kind of replicate the in-game kind of features, you know what I mean? The dynamic hoses and the PTO. But it does work, as you can see. And the draper header moves as well. And the blades move as well, I believe. Take a look at it. Yeah, the blades move and everything. So you can actually... What the hell is going on there? Look at that. Hold on a second. Let me move this out of the way. Maybe I'm too close to the other... It's possible that I'm too close. Let's see what happens here. No, I know that these things pivot and stuff like that. Oh, she is leaning. Ooh. Look at that, look. That's not good. Alright, so that could be a bug right there, my friends. So we're gonna have to take a little video of that. We're gonna have to send that to my games team. That ain't right. Let's take a screenshot of that as well. That happened. Yeah, as you can see, you know, there's obviously a bug there that needs to be fixed. So that sure as hell isn't right. I wonder what the other header is. That one is okay, look. Or is it? Now, I do know that these headers are designed to kind of pivot, but I don't think it's supposed to be like that. That's interesting. So when you turn it off, it kind of it returns to its position. That is interesting. Now, I don't know if that's a bug or not. I would have to consult with my games team about that. See if that's a bug. Seems to be better now. Yeah, I'll get that checked out before the, you know, as we go along and kind of modify the mod, and any kind of bugs will be, you know, corrected. So one of the things that we're going to do as well with the header here is all of the decals, all the warning labels. So this is an example of a warning label here, and you have warning labels here. Right, so all of these labels are going to be replaced and done from scratch. So I've been spending the last few days kind of making warning decals and that type of thing for my game scene to place on the mod. And very luckily today, actually, I found a PDF document of the owner's manual, right? And one of the brilliant things about the owner's manual is that it shows you all of the actual warning labels, pictures of the warning labels on the real world header, and where on the actual, you know, the real world header, where all those warning labels are placed. So because we have that document now, or that PDF file, my games team will be able to use that document to place all of the decals on this mod here the way the real world header actually looks. So that is going to be a huge advantage, you know what I mean? So basically, hey Michael, how are you, sir? How are things? Thank you for tuning in, my friend. Appreciate that. So, you know, we will be able to get the placement of all of the decals accurate to the real world Midway Durus header. Now, another thing that I did today, and maybe something will come from this, I don't know, but basically, I emailed Midwest Fabrications, so they're an Australian company. I emailed Midwest Fabrications. I told them who I was, what I was doing with the Midwest Durus header here, the mod. It's 20 degrees and snowing for me. There's not a single soul on the road. Oh, really? 20 degrees is like really bad. Well, I mean, I've heard, you know, reports that the snowing is very bad up there at the moment. Stay safe and warm, my friend. But yeah, so I'd make official elite farming. How are you, sir? How are things? Thank you for tuning in, my friend. Appreciate that. So I've made official contact with Midwest Fabrications, right? I sent them an email. I told them what I was doing, what I was planning, and basically I have asked them for written permission or verbal permission, whatever. I told them, look, I'm looking for, you know, I'm working on this mod, this Midwest Durus mod. Can you help me with the warning labels? So I asked them, look, would it be possible to gain access or get high quality images of your original labels that you put on the real world machine, right? So I also floated the idea as well to them that perhaps they could, you know, Giants don't have a partnership or licensing agreement with Midwest Fabrications. So in the email that I sent them, I floated the idea to them, you know, what about you know, Midwest Fabrications and Giant Software entering into a partnership and a licensing agreement to get their, you know, to get their equipment, get their official headers in game, you know, as official Giants partners and Giants, you know, Giant Software mods. Because, you know, as good as Hispano modding is as a modder, and he has done a fine job on this mod, this particular mod here is if you've seen real world, you know, videos and pictures of the header, there's a big difference. You know, it's not model accurate to the real world Midwest Durus header, you know what I mean? But, you know, you know, modders are limited by poly count, and they're limited by, you know, a lot of things that limits what they can actually do with a mod. So by having an official Giant Software mod, you know, Giants could make the level of detail and accuracy far higher than, you know, any modder could, because they would have access to the original CAD files, they would have access to all the original decals, you know, the brands, you know, everything, you know what I mean? Midwest Fabrications could supply Giant Software with all the material they need to create a, you know, a highly detailed and high quality and accurate 3D model of the header, you know. So for you know, kind of one of the reasons I contacted them was, look, I'm making a modified private version of this Midwest Durus header. Would it be possible I could gain access to images of your warning labels and your warning decals, so then I could, you know, make my own kind of images and put them on the mod here, you know? So Tiny, how are you, sir? How are things? Thank you for tuning in, my friend. Appreciate that. So yeah, hopefully something comes of it, you know. Even at the very least, if you know, Midwest Fabrications could send me, you know, pictures of their warning labels and their warning decals, then that would be awesome, because then myself and my games team can put them on the mod, you know what I mean, and make it all look really, you know, accurate and everything like that. I'm not doing too bad, no sir, not doing too bad. Hope you're doing well and your family, sir. So yeah, that's kind of what we're working on here. As I said, we have all this brand new section done in Blender. The PTO hooks up, dynamic hoses. You can see it on a little bit better on this one. So look, this is all brand new. We added to the mod, right? So here's your PTO section here, and it's brand new. Right? Connects up to the harvester. Dynamic hoses up here. So as I said, these are all part of the mod already. Look. So look, the connection point for the PTO is there. Right? The dynamic hoses are on the mod. Oh, that's excellent news, Tiny. Excellent news. So yeah, you know, so one of the things that, you know, my games team and I have been doing, we've been working on the kind of the coloring. So look, we have this now very accurate to the real world kind of class headers, and I can show you that. So let me show you the big kind of this is a 1380. Look, let me get that. So look, so you can see it here. Look, so you have the red section here. Look, okay, and see the blades. See, look, the blades are black. Right, see that? Look. Now if you take a look at that, look. So we have that red and we have the black blades. Look, Okay. Let me put this down on the ground. So we have the section back here. So we have the wheels, class red, okay, class red. We have these sections here. So these parts, see these parts here? The pistons look outside the wheel, okay, just here. Now I put them to black, but you can change the class green. But for the purposes of the mod, you can. So these sections here can change color. So to once again to kind of mimic or the actual real world header here. So we've got all the coloring kind of down now. You know what I mean? So you have the white sections here. You have the red section here. You have this arm here is green. See that arm there? So when you go over here and you look at this one. So we're doing a lot of work in kind of the i3D to kind of match the colors. Look. So everything there matches up. Look. So it really does look like a class header now. So that's kind of the point of it is to try and create a we're going to have several different headers. We're going to have a Fendt header, class, John Deere, Massey Ferguson, Case IH, all the big kind of big harvesters, in-game harvesters, and they'll all have color options, right? And the labels, the brands and everything will change. So there's your class logo there, and then on the Fendt one you have the Fendt logo on it. So you can see that, look, there's the Fendt logo, right? So whatever brand you want, would it be John Deere, Class, Fendt, Massey Ferguson, Case IH, you'll be able to change the decals and the colors to kind of to match the headers and that type of thing. So do I have anything else? So I downloaded something else. So this is from the mod hub. This is a CR1090. Alright, so let me just show you that one there. Let me move this out of the way. Kevin, how are you, sir? How are things? Thank you for tuning in, my friend. Appreciate that. Hope you're doing well, sir. Move that out of the way. So here is the. Let me move this out of the way as well. Mr. Flood, how are you, sir? Thank you for tuning in, my friend. Appreciate that. Welcome to the stream, my friends. Thank you very much. Move that out of the way as well. Right, so let's try the New Holland version. Now, this isn't set properly yet, but it will give you an idea. Right. So we'll just put that there, put the guides on. So the coupler configuration, right? So as I said, New Holland will be in here eventually, but we only have Fendt class at the moment. But I'm fairly certain that this will work. I'm doing well, good, but long time lost. Yeah, Kevin, I really don't stream that much anymore. Very rarely, in fact. I used to do a lot more streaming in the past, but now it's kind of, I'm very hit and miss and that type of thing, So I only kind of stream, maybe an hour and just kind of show off the kind of the mods and stuff, Mr. FS22 time lapse. How are you, sir? How are things? Thanks for tuning in, my friend. Appreciate that. Doing pretty good. Just going around and saw you streaming. I thought I'd drop you a sub. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate that. So yeah, let's so as I said, eventually the coupler configuration for New Holland will be in here, right? But it's not there at the moment. It will be eventually. So let's go with the New Holland colors, right? And then design color. Now I'm not entirely sure what this should be. Does anyone know what the hold on a second. This will tell me, won't it? So it's all yellow. Okay. And then the things at the back are black. And the wheels are grey. Well, I can kind of replicate that. So let's see. So let's try that again. New Holland. Design color. Let's go with that because I don't have New Holland in there yet either. Design color. So that will be that part. Design color. We're gonna go with black. Okay, that's right. And then the rim color then will probably be Fent gray. So obviously we don't have the New Holland decal in the mod yet either, but it'll give you an idea of what it might look like. So a lot of this is kind of test work, you know what I mean? The color options haven't been set yet, you know. It's still very much in beta testing. There you go, look, it hooks up. Hi Michael, how are you, sir? How are things? So yeah, we're making a Hispano Modding has a the Lizard. It's called the Lizard Durus 60-foot header, right? So that's on the official mod hub, right? So because Giantstone had the licensing for Midwest Fabrications, which is an Australian company that make the Midwest Durus header, obviously Hispano Modding had to rebrand it to Lizard. So what I'm doing here, I'm making a private mod, a private version, and obviously I have created, as you can see here, a Midwest Durus version. But there's going to be all new kind of functions and features, and it's going to be a lot more higher quality, that type of thing. So basically you'll have different brands. You'll be able to select the brand, and you'll be able to select kind of the coupler configuration. So you'll have class, Fent, Midwest Durus, John Deere, Case IH, and then Massey Ferguson, and you'll be able to set the colors to the way you want it. So you can kind of match, the in-game New Holland header. You'll be able to match all the colors. So this is kind of what we've kind of done here a little bit. You can see, look. So eventually the New Holland logo will be included here as well. You know what I mean? It's not implemented yet, but it will be eventually. So basically I just downloaded the mod hub version of the CR1090 here just to test it, to see was it compatible and see what the header hook up. And as you see, it does. Now it's not done properly yet, as you can see, look, because it'll have to be modified so the PTO will hook up here, right? See that section here? So the PTO will hook up here eventually, and then see the dynamic hoses here. So the dynamic hoses will also hook up to the header. So we've already implemented that into the Fent version and the Class Lexion version, so you can see it here. So it's been implemented in this mod here. Look, here's your PTO, and here's your dynamic hoses hooked up to the header. On the Fent version, it's also been implemented. So my games team put all this stuff in Blender, look. So this is all brand new that was added here, all this stuff. So once again, you have the PTO connected to the header, right? And then over here, then you have the dynamic hoses, which also connects to the header as well, right? So that's kind of what we're going for. We're trying to make a more accurate, real-world version of the Midwest Durus header. And another big part of that is all of the original warning labels. See all these labels? See all that stuff there? All that will go. And we're going to do it from scratch. You know what I mean? So it's going to be a lot more accurate to the real world model once it's all kind of done and stuff. But yeah, that's what we're working on at the moment. So I'm basically just kind of testing very, very beta at the moment. It's not quite, it's not even close to being ready. Not even close. So yeah, as I said, you'll be able to set all of the options in the shop. Oh no, oh, god damn it. Let me get rid of some equipment here because my laptop is screaming for mercy. So we're gonna get rid of that. Get rid of that. I'm gonna get rid of that. Get rid of all these. That should be How much land do I have? Oh, this is, I haven't even, this is not really a map. You know, this is just test stuff here I'm doing. I'm not really doing, you know, I haven't got a farm set up or anything like that. It's just basically just test stuff. So once again, this is the in-game Lexion 8900, right? So once again, you'll have your header here, right? So here's your header. Right? So these are kind of some of the options that will be available, would say on the official mod. So you have the brand, right? So you'll be able to set the brand here, okay? And there's even a little picture of the brand. Look, Midwest Durus. No, Midwest Durus, Fent, class, right? And when you change the brand, then the logos on the side change. Look, so Midwest Durus, Fent, and class, right? So as I said, we've only got 3 in at the moment, so we'll be adding John Deere, Massey Ferguson, Case IH, and New Holland. And you know, when those are implemented and put into the mod, then all the logos will change. That's just the kind of the guide point thing. It's a couple of configuration. This will be important. So at the moment we only have Fenton class, right? So eventually, again, we'll have John Deere, Massey Ferguson, Case IH. So when you change a couple of configuration, that will actually modify the i3D as well. Look, you can see they're changing. So that's a big thing as well. That's very important to have that. And again, main color. So just for the purposes, see there's Massey Ferguson, right? Design color, Massey Ferguson, right? Okay. Design color again. So you can see it there all changing. Look, design color again. I can show you what's changing on the back. So see there, the yellow and the green. So that shows you what exactly is changing. And then the rim color, it should be obvious. Changes the colors of the wheels. So there'll be multiple color options. So you can match the color of the header to, you know, a class header or a Fent header or whatever. So that's why all the kind of the main, you know, the color options are in there to give you that, you know, to be able to allow you to do that. So class. So we'll get another class. So that changes that piece there. Look, see there, it's black and now it's red. So that was a big thing to do there. This changes the back of it. So these are the kind of the pneumatic parts over the wheel. So you can see there it's yellow. And then it's black. See that? So the real world class header would have those green. So I'll put it at green. The rim color, then you put it at class as well. So that's as close to a class header as you can possibly get. Right. So let's see if there's any fields that I can harvest. I don't know if there is. So this is 18.3 meters. It's the so this is a real world piece of equipment. It's not made up or anything. It's manufactured by Midwest Fabrications in Australia. It's in the real world. It's 18.25 meters. It's the largest header in the world. It's more or less kind of used in, you know, most of their sales would be in Australia, but they do have, you know, there are North American and Canadian farmers with massive fields who would be using these types of headers. They're for extremely large, I'm talking many thousands of acres, you know, fields, just enormous fields, you know what I mean? I'm sure you've seen real world videos of Australian harvesting, and they'll have 15 or 16 harvesters lined up, you know, and they're working the field. So that's what Midwest Durus would be, you know, why they would kind of make these headers for. You know, if you have a field that is, I don't know, let's say it's 10,000 acres of wheat, you know what I mean? You need something enormous to be able to realistically harvest a field of that size, you know. And they do have a trailer as well that comes with it. It's very nice, but I'm not kind of focusing on the trailer quite yet. That would be kind of the last thing to do. I'm not sure if I have the contract for this field or not. I do. So there you go. There's your header there working away. Took a little time to kind of get the material types right in the Giants editor, you know. Just set everything the way it should be. It's looking very, very nice. So, you know, as we kind of progress with the mod, we'll be adding more kind of things to it. So, for example, the front work lights here, there'll be a shop option. We'll have another shop option for rear work lights, because those are options in the real world. So what else do we have, my friends? So do you want to take a look at another mod while I'm here? So this is a truck, obviously. So this thing is a bit of a beast. There's no errors in the log. A very, very high poly count. I would recommend, this is only for PC, because the poly count on this is about 618,000, and Giants only allow 250. But this is a very, very high quality and highly detailed mod. It's got more options than you can... I've never seen a mod with so many options. Look at all the options on this thing, look. Look at all that. That is just insane. You can literally customize every little piece of this mod. So it's Mercedes-Benz Actros. I'll kind of give you a bit of an idea. So here's the logo on the front here. So you can actually change the logo here. So this logo here is illuminated, look. So when you turn on all the lights and everything, you know, that'll become illuminated at night. There are so many options on this thing, it's just insane. You know, it would just take way, way too long to actually go through all this, but there's just so many options on this thing. It's just absolutely crazy. But as I said, it is a PC only mod. But I've checked the mod, I've checked the log. There are no errors in the log, and everything works. And basically, I test every mod that I kind of download to make sure that everything is working as it should. And this one is clean. So if you see that this mod on the mod hub, the Mercedes-Benz Actros MP4, it's got my personal seal of approval because it's error free, and that's, you know, that's a big deal at the moment. There's a lot of mods out there with errors, and they haven't been done right, you know. So you need to be very, very careful when you're downloading mods. You know, you need to check them yourself, test them, use Giant's test runner tool, and then obviously, you know, pull up the log here in game and make sure there are no errors in the log, you know, that type of thing. So that's a very important feature. Sorry, sir. It's in your way. So this is another mod that I downloaded as well. So this is this is an Alpago. So this is a rebranding, or, you know, kind of a repasting, rebranding, whatever you want to call it, of the I think it was a Coon pack, or I don't know. There was some kind of, there were base game mods in Farming Simulator 19. So basically, someone took the mods and he's redid them, you know, with Alpago colorings and that type of thing. But he's done a good job, and that's why I downloaded it, you know, because he's done a really, really good job, and the colors are accurate to Alpago, and, you know, he's done a good job with it, you know. So that's kind of why I grabbed these. There shouldn't be any errors in the log on these either, because they are basically just rebranded and repainted, you know, FS19 mods, you know, by Giants. So, you know, you can see here, look, Alpago. So he's changed the color of it, you know, he's changed the, you know, he's matched Alpago as the brand, you know, and logos and that type of thing. And you can put the front weight in this thing as well. Where's that front weight? Oh, it's underneath, look. Yeah. So yeah, you can put that on as well. So I'll get that. So what would you do with something like that? That's a good question. What you would do with it, you get a obviously get a harvester. Well, not a harvester, a bloody tractor. What do we go with here? Let's just get that for shits and giggles, maybe. I haven't actually used this mod before. Oh, this is another mod that we're kind of working on in the background. It's a My Game Steam mod. It's for we released this for Farming Simulator 19. So basically, someone imported it to FS22 and did kind of his own spin on it. You know, added things. So basically, I've been kind of just checking it out, testing it, and see what he did with it. You know. Yeah, this is a My Game Steam mod originally, but it's been imported by somebody else. For example, there's no sounds when you open the hood here, and the engine animation shakes and all that type of thing. You know. He did a good job with it. You know, I don't have any complaints about what he did with it. But you know, because of the Simple IC, the script, Simple IC script is missing from Farming Simulator 22. So basically, in the 19 version, you could open everything. You know, the door here, the windows, all of the in-cab kind of things. You know, everything was working in here. You know, with Simple IC, you know, you can move everything, and the screens here, you could change the screens, you could turn on the light. You know, everything in here was basically functional. But because this has been, you know, imported to Farming Simulator 22 and there's no Simple IC script yet, everything is disabled. You know, nothing works, but it's still a really excellent mod. You know, so I've been looking at that myself just to see what it looks like. So he's doing his thing there, as you can see. So I'll show you these three mods. Right, so as I said, these are just rebranded, repainted. But as I said, the guy has done a genuinely good job, and that's why I downloaded the mod. You know. I can't remember what brand. I think these were originally Coon mods or something like that. If someone correct me. Now this might not. Does this have a 3-point hitch? It doesn't. Shit. Hold on a second. That ain't gonna work, is it? I don't think this is gonna work. Nope. Son of a bitch. What is this thing? Oh, it's that's the Japanese bloody thing. Yeah, I haven't even used that. Most of the equipment I haven't even touched yet. You know. I'm really liking the what's it called? The bloody large tractors. Not a second. So I've been kind of using the where is that bloody mod? Yeah, this thing. So that's what I've been using a lot. I really like this one, the McCormick. You know, the X8. It's a really, really nice mod. So that's kind of what I've been using this thing with. Wheel weights. Just put that there. No. Nope. Right, let's try this again. So this should work now. So I'm sure if you've used these mods in FS19, you'll know exactly what happens here. So you put these two pieces together. And then you put that together as well. And then once you put this together, that happens, look. Yeah, that's what it is. It's I can't remember what bloody brand it was. It's either Coon or something else. I don't know what it was. If you've seen these mods in 19, you know exactly what it is. But yeah, look. So then that hooks up here, and you get that all the way back. The other way. There's a version of that in game, I believe. I'd have to check. Feeding. I don't know. There should be a version of that, look. Like this shit here, look. Hold on a second, let me get that. Let me see that there. Where's the other one? Is that the same bloody thing? You know what, that could be it. Let me check that again. It is. Look, see, that's what it is. Yeah, it's the Coon. Yeah, it's just this one. It's just repainted. Look. Yeah, that's the Coon, and here's the other part of it. Look, this bloody piece. So that's the other part of it, and so you get the idea. You know what I mean? It's just repainted. Well, as I said, the reason I downloaded is because he did a good job of it. He actually did all the decals from scratch, and they're high quality as well. So that's kind of why I downloaded that one. So I do like the Alpago brand. I wish we had more kind of equipment from Alpago. For example, in the mobile version of Farming Simulator 20, they actually have a mod in there, an Alpago cedar. It's a 3-meter cedar, right? But for whatever reason, Giants haven't. I really thought they were going to bring that to Farming Simulator 22. Because Farming Simulator, whether you guys are aware or not, Farming Simulator 20, the mobile phone game, it actually has equipment that are not in 19 or 22, So maybe you guys could check out videos on YouTube of the people playing the game, because as I said, there is exclusive equipment to FS20, And I've explored the idea of I was thinking maybe someone had cracked the game or cracked the mobile phone game, but no. She's locked up, but there are no mods of it out there. And then I guess the other one that I downloaded then was the this is the PC version of. So this is the custom modding, the TigerMate 225. So this is the PC version of, remember that. So so eventually, this will be out for consoles and everything. But obviously, the poly count on this mod is about 315,000. So it will have to be reduced for ModHub. So for example, ModHub only allows 250,000 poly count. So yeah, so he put it on his official Facebook page and released it as a PC only mod. And it's amazing detail. But that's the same with all custom modding mods. I mean, anybody who knows custom modding knows the kind of work that those guys do. They're just extremely high detailed mods. They put a huge amount of effort. I mean, this thing is just superb. All the hoses and everything, look, everything is down to the smallest little detail. Every little nut and bolt in this thing is just astonishingly, real world accurate, Just amazing work. Look at all that shit, look. Can you imagine the amount of time it would have taken him to do all this work in Blender, all these hoses, and to have them all move and everything? Because it's not just about, it has to work when it's, folding, unfolding, There's so many different kind of dynamics when it comes to making mods, It's really is complicated. And I certainly don't envy any modder, who kind of does this kind of work. It takes a very, very long time, and it's easy to screw things up and make a mistake, and you have to bloody start again. Dynamic hoses hook up. So all that unfolding action, you know what I mean? It takes a lot of skill to get that to work properly. See all that folding, no? And all of these cables move as well, when it's unfolding. So all those animations have to be designed in Giants Editor and in Blender, It's very complex. And yeah, he's done a fantastic job with that. So yeah, if you want to get this one, just go to Custom Modding's Facebook page, and the mega link will be there to download it. So yeah, there you go. That's that one. I don't think I have anything else, do I? So this is my kind of modified version of the Amazon Pantera. At the weekend, a version kind of appeared on the internet, on the quote-unquote dodgy websites, right? Very good mod. He did a lot of work to it. Then on Monday, an official modder version from a different modder appeared, right? So basically, you had two versions of the Amazon Pantera, you know. So I downloaded both of them. I looked at both of them, you know, and I said, what do I like and what do I don't I like about each individual mod? So what I did was I created a Frankenstein mod, you know, kind of the best of both worlds, really, you know. And I combined kind of both of them into the mod to kind of, you know, create my own little version, as it were. And this is the result. So there's a lot of differences in this mod compared to the modder version. For example, at the back here, so this is a PTO, right? So that PTO works. See that? See that? So it has dynamic host connections. It has a PTO and it works. I can actually show you it working. No, I need to find the right mod for this thing, but it should be possible. Oh, here we go. Watch this. Now, why you would want to do this, I don't know, but you know, I just want to show you that it's possible. But why you would actually want to do this is beyond me. So that's that one there. That's not what I'm looking for. That's not what I'm looking for. I need something with a PTO. Come on, dude. Where is my frickin' PTO? Now, I did this the other day, so... Oh, son of a bitch. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. So, yeah, look. So, he's... Look, so he's got the PTO and he's got the dynamic hoses. Now, why you would want to do this is beyond me. But that's just something that the modder put in there, you know. It's completely unrealistic. But apparently that's actually, I mean, you know, he didn't make this up. This is actually on the real world Amazon Pantera. It does actually have a PTO at the back. Why, I don't know. I'm assuming that maybe they drag some kind of like a I don't know. This is, you know, like a liquid fertilizer cart or something at the back of this thing. So this carries like 4,800 liters. So maybe in the real world they have some kind of a vehicle that hooks up to the back of this thing, so you can, you know, an additional, you know, tank or whatever. I have no idea. But so this one is different to the modern version because it's got different sounds. So it's got an all new kind of sound scheme. The engine is different as well. Listen to the sounds. So you know the trailers. Basically, these are the trailer unloading sounds that he's, you know, implemented here. But I think it sounds good. You know, I think it sounds good. So I mean, one of the things that he's put in here that isn't on the official modder version. So see that screen there? See that yellow screen? So the modder version stays on all the time. This one turns on and off. Look. See that? So the modder version, it literally just stays on all the time, these screens. And I just think he's done a better job with it, you know. Yeah, he's changed the position of the license plates. License plates. The decaling is better as well. See the decaling here, look. And these decals here. So the quality of the decals are better quality. Yeah, I like this one. So this is kind of my kind of Frankenstein version of it. One of the things that the modder version had that the non-modder version had was kind of crab steering stuff. So it had less options. So I implemented, you know, I basically copied and pasted the XML. So now I've got all of the crab steering options in here as well. So all of them are available. Yeah, there you go. That's kind of a brief look there at some little mods, you know. little bit of a preview of the Midwest Durus header that we're currently working on, myself and my games team. I emailed Hispano Modding today, so his email address was on his official Facebook page. So I emailed him. I've asked him to contact me. I'm looking for permission to, if my games team, basically my games team, my games team's put a lot of work into this mod, and he wants to release it, right, as a PC only version. So I approached Hispano Modding today. I emailed him and asked him, directly, would it be possible to get permission to release a modified version of your mod? And I made him, an offer. Basically, he can take the My Games Team mod and he can use any part of whatever work we've done to the mod. He can use any part of it, and he can implement that or reuse it in his, we'll say, an updated official mod version. That type of thing. Or this mod here might give him ideas to do his own kind of independent work, whatever. But yeah, I have contacted him directly and asked for permission to to kind of quote unquote release the mod. But if not, if we can't get permission, then so be it. It'll just remain as a private mod for myself. So what I'm doing here, basically, I'm not breaking any copyright or Giants rules or anything. You're allowed to take mod mods, right? You're allowed to modify them in any way that you want. You can go into Blender or in Giants Editor. You can add whatever you can do anything you want with a mod, right? As long as it remains private. And by private, it means that it's not distributed on the internet. It's not going to be uploaded to, Farming Simulator 19 mods or Filebase.de or King mods, whatever. So as long as it remains private in my own personal possession, I can show it off. I can show it to people. I can modify it in any way I want to. It's perfectly within Giants' terms of service. What I can't do is I can't distribute it. So that's kind of the distinction there. But yeah, as I said, I have contacted Hispano Modding. Hopefully we can work something out and get his blessing. You know what I mean? And hopefully as well, I can, as I said, I contacted Midwest Fabrications in Australia by email. I've asked them for permission as well to kind of make a modified and detailed and accurate version of their header. Using their kind of official, logos and warning signs and labels. Their official assets and stuff like that. So hopefully, something comes of those emails, and God willing, we can get official permission from Hispano Modding and Midwest Fabrications, which would be awesome. So there you go, my friends. That's pretty much it. Really nothing more to show off there, I'm afraid. As I said, I don't really do much streaming anymore. I used to in the past, but certainly not in FS22. I've really got too much on, to be perfectly honest, to be, sitting... Excuse me. I apologize. Frogs in my throat there. Yeah, I've got way too much on to be, streaming, that type of thing, So I just don't do it that much anymore. But I do like to kind of show off the kind of the modding side of things, because I'm really kind of into that now, Anyways, my friends, more case tractors. I'm sure that will happen, Rabbitman, no doubt. We have over 1,100 mods in testing. I have no doubt there are many case tractors probably in there. We also have the DLC upcoming. I'm sure Giants are very aware of the lack of case tractors. I actually, how many do we actually have? So, look, we're not doing too bad. Look, that's not bad. They did add more in the update, in the 1.2 update. So they did actually add more tractors. I believe they added 3 of them or something, didn't they? Yeah, the Steigers and the quad tracks. So they added these 3 here, look. And then we had 1, 2. Oh, well, yeah. Yeah. So yeah, you're right about that. There was only 2 tractors before they added those 3. Yeah, there's no doubt they're going to add more equipment because well, you have the Optum and whatever tractors are out there. You know, I wouldn't be you know, you can expect any mods any mods from FS19, you know, base game mods. I have no doubt that they will all come in one form or another to you know, to 22. Someone will you know, import them from 19 to 22. So anything that's missing, you know, in terms of 19 will be eventually brought over. Homer, I'm sure Homer will return. I'm sure the IT runner pack will return. I'm sure the what's that bloody you know, the horse pack, you know, that massive horse pack with like 20 or 30 pieces of equipment. I've no doubt that that'll return as well, you know. So yeah, I mean, and you know, Giants have more equipment upcoming. You know, we have the season pass coming up. We have a, you know, we're probably going to get a 3-year season pass. So you know, this year, you know, FS 22, 23, I don't know. So it'll probably before FS 25 will probably be the next game. So we're going to get 3 years of DLC. You know, so I have no doubt that we will get a lot of equipment. What I do know is that patch 1.3 that's going to come, in my opinion. This is not, I don't have any inside information or anything, but it's my understanding that the next patch 1.3 will come in the end of March. So around the 19th, you know, 20th, you know, from the 20th of March through to the 26th or whatever, the end of March, you know, third week in March. That's my understanding. We're going to get the first DLC, right? And we're also going to get the precision farming DLC, right? So in March, we'll get the first DLC. We'll get patch 1.3 in March as well. And then in April, we'll get the precision farming DLC. That's my understanding of things at the moment. They're not going to release, in my opinion, they won't release any patches until DLC drops, because that's just the way Giants do things. And they did that in 17 and they did that in 19. So they only patch the games once they put out a DLC drop and that type of thing. And you know, that makes sense for them. You know, not necessarily for fans, but it makes sense for them. But yeah, there you go, my friends. That's enough of me waffling on. I think that's enough, anyways. Yeah. So listen, my friends, thank you all very much for tuning in. I appreciate that. And yeah, God willing, we shall see you again in the next one. But for right now, my friends, we're going to say thank you. Take care.